Our next speaker is Ruwab ma'am. She's consulting with Q2 Happiness and she has more than 4 years of experience. Today, personally, it's one of the most interesting topic that even I am very much looking forward to is animal assisted therapy, something extremely new in Gujarat in India. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jayati. You're doing a stellar job, I have to tell you. Thank you for the lovely introduction. So today I will be speaking about animal-assisted therapy, which is also called AAT. Now, AAT is a form of therapy that uses animals to help individuals deal with mental, emotional, behavioral, and physical issues. It involves specific therapeutic goals, strategies, and outcomes. So it's a very scientific method which has been showing benefits across the globe today. Now, for this, a mental health professional and a trained and certified therapy dog work together to enhance therapeutic outcomes. And this is of particular, it shows particularly brilliant results when it is done in conjunction with traditional therapies. Now, animals are accepting, they are non-threatening, and they are non-judgmental, which makes it easier for them to catalyze communication and make it easier for people to open up. It has proved to be incredibly beneficial for people of all ages, be it children, adolescents, adults, or the elderly. As an animal assisted therapist, one works very closely with therapy animals, and that can be incredibly therapeutic for the therapists themselves. Now, AT has its foundations in the benefits of spending time with animals or even having a pet. This is important to note because having a pet is one of the best forms of self care. A lot of us know about the immediate joys that come with spending time with an animal, but most of us are unaware of the physical and mental health benefits that accompany the pleasure of being with a furry friend. Pets, especially dogs, can reduce stress, anxiety, depression. They can ease loneliness. They can encourage one to exercise and also improve one's cardiovascular health. Just interacting with a dog or looking into its eyes can release our happy hormones, which are your endorphins, oxytocin, serotonin, and dopamine, which are all associated with good health and feelings of well being. There are immense benefits for children as well who are growing up around animals. Caring for an animal can help children grow up more secure and active. And I have to point this out that loving an animal as a child is something that can make an individual incredibly empathetic as an adult. Research has also shown that having a pet can result in greater self esteem and physical fitness. In fact, studies have even reported that pets can give just as much emotional support as one's family members can. So you can imagine the kind of strength or the kind of power that animals have to heal. It's just that most of us probably don't realize how actively they can assist you in your healing process. Newer studies have also pointed out that having pets during this pandemic has been a serious source of self-care for many young adults, with pets being motivating and grounding for plenty of people. So when we're in the midst of this COVID-19 pandemic, there is so much stress, there is so much anxiety, so much depression, so much for some even trauma that they are having to deal with. And having a pet at home that you could rely upon, it has been a source of immense strength and healing for a lot of people. Having a pet to take care of has helped many feel like they have a meaningful routine, and it has helped them stay present and less worried about the future. So it can also be a method of mindfulness, as Miss Ajab had talked about earlier today. And of course, I have to point out, though, that having a pet is also an immense responsibility, and it must not be ignored when we're talking about pets or being around animals. It is a huge responsibility. It should not be ignored, the responsibility that you have for another life. And not being prepared to take that responsibility can cause more harm to us as well as the animal. So I wouldn't recommend having a pet for everybody, but I do want to talk about, I am glad that I got this platform to talk about how incredibly beneficial and helpful it can be to be around animals. And even though AAT is a very widely practiced form of therapy globally, here in India, it is hardly heard of. a lot of mental health professionals themselves also don't know about this because of how new it is here in India. And Key to Happiness, the place that I consult with, has brought this concept to India, to Ahmedabad for the very first time. And it's a place filled with immense joy, happiness, and love, whether you're the therapist or the client. So that's my time. Thank you so much for having me today. Back to you, Jyoti.
Thank you so much, ma'am.